Hi, Danielle. How are you? It's David. Yeah. So you ended up back in the States, right? And now you end up at a charter school. So, what happened there at the charter school that made you decide that maybe teaching was not exactly for
Well,
you?
in February of last year, I took over a sixth grade class at one of their Title I campuses. That was fine. Everything was going really well. I was offered the opportunity to stay at that campus and teach sixth grade or move down to third grade or move over to this new campus that they were opening in, suburbia. I did want a little break from ESL students, so I moved to the other campus and I was placed in a third grade classroom. And I ended up having some of the worst behavior problems that I've, ever had in my career. And I had very unsupportive administration.
Par for the course for
Was
most
that
of us.
around? Yeah, par for the course.
It was. So
around
that was the
COVID?
group of
Kids were
kids that
coming
had
back
been,
from COVID?
online during the pandemic, hybrid learning, whatever. So, during first and second grade, kindergarten, that was their experience. So they were behind,
So you,
what was
you were
that?
teaching third graders? Yeah, and I think that for us, a great thing to have context here, David and I were both, middle and high school teachers. So we had that age group who were after the pandemic were really behind. But I think third grade might have been probably the worst grade to teach after the pandemic, if you think about it, because let's be honest, they were
Right.
developmentally
Yeah.
kindergartners socially. I know they had a tiny bit of first grade before we went distance learning, but that's probably the worst age group to deal with of them
Well, yeah, I
all.
mean, they were missing academic skills, they were missing social skills, so it was, filling in these
Yeah.
gaps. And then on top of that, I had a few students who just, were homeschooled regardless of the pandemic, and there were significant social skills missing, and that's where those behavior problems came in.
So you had some homeschool children that were in your
Yeah,
public school class or
yeah.
your charter school class, actually, that
Right.
that
Yeah.
just
I
didn't
mean,
know
it
how
was
to behave in the
backtalking,
classroom. Is that
leaving the classroom, hiding
you have
under
some
tables,
examples?
fighting other kids, poking other kids, standing up in the room in the middle of my lesson. And of course, it was these parents that called and complained about whatever it was that I was quote doing. I had a parent tell me, well, they don't like it when you say their name. Okay. Like, exactly.
What?
What would you rather
Exactly.
You
call
mean like?
them?
Do you mean like I don't know. Let's just say Devin is out of his seat, and you're going, Devin, sit down. They don't.
No, it
like
wasn't.
that.
It
Is
wasn't
that
even like
kind
that.
of
Like,
what
I would call this
we're
particular
going?
student
Is
to
it?
my desk, like, hey, these are the expectations. This is what I need from you. Standing up while I'm in the middle of a lesson isn't appropriate. Poking other kids isn't appropriate. Biting other kids at recess isn't appropriate. The other group of parents that called and complained, it was, hey,
Okay.
yes, our student has had friends and family members also tell them that they're mean. Okay, well, you're saying this, and then like you dare call and complain about me. And so my administrator, kind of just took what these parents said at face value without really having a conversation with me. Had called me into her office and essentially kept me there for an hour, asking about my classroom management or, all of these different things. And classroom management is a strong suit of mine. Like, it's something I've been consistently complimented on at various schools. So I'm telling her, hey, I need your help with this. Like, I'm a tenured teacher. I'm a veteran teacher. I know what I'm doing. I'm asking for your help. And she mentioned, hey, have you tried recording your face to see how it looks? It's like that was the solution.